Hello book besties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Delaney if you are new here, and we are here with some festive holiday cheer today. We're going to be talking about my holiday book recommendations and my holiday TBR. There is something about reading just festive and fun holiday books around the holiday season that is like the perfect way to get yourself in the spirit for the holidays. And here are some really fun books that I have either read and highly recommend, or books that sound super incredible that I'm excited to read this holiday season. The majority of these are holiday romances, but I also have a couple thrown in that are a little bit different, either like some literary fiction or even a thriller. So if this sounds up your alley, then stay tuned and we're gonna jump right into the holiday themed books. I'm gonna start out with my personal recommendations, the books that I can attest to. So jumping right in, I have The 12 Dates of Christmas by Jenny Bayliss. And this book was really fun. I read this the last holiday season, so last year. And this is basically about a woman that agrees to sign up for a dating agency. I believe her best friend signs her up, and she agrees to go on 12 dates throughout the holiday season. So quite literally, we have the 12 dates of Christmas, and this does start to feel a little bit repetitive, almost like Groundhog's Day, where you just keep having the same situation on repeat over and over again. But it also was really sweet. The dates were different enough, and the underlying romance in this book, if you read it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, was entrancing and captivating enough. Entrancing. Is that a word? Anyways, there are enough elements of this book that really had me captivated and interested that the repetitiveness of going on back-to-back dates that were somewhat similar didn't fully deter me, and it was short enough, it was sweet, it was festive, it was cute, it was cheesy, it was everything you want in a holiday romance. I thought it was really great. Then if you want spicy and smutty in your holiday romance, I would recommend Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. Tessa Bailey as a whole, you see her name on a book, you see that she wrote a book, you know it is going to be full of spice, and this was no exception. I was a little bit shocked, not mad, but a little bit shocked at the level of spice in a Christmas romance. So this follows Stella and Aiden. Stella basically is out of work and she's in desperate need of a job, and she ends up applying for a position to decorate like the storefront windows of one of the biggest department stores in, I think, is it New York City? Manhattan. So she applies to decorate the department store window for a huge department store in Manhattan, and she gets the job, and her boss is Aiden, and sparks kind of fly. They have a connection. This is a great example of reverse Grumpy Sunshine. So like normally in the Grumpy Sunshine trope, the man is the grumpy one. Stella very much is the pessimist here. She's the grumpy one, and Aiden is like Christmas bow ties, like think Mr. Holiday Cheer, holiday spirit. And their romance is like the epitome of reverse Grumpy Sunshine. Plus obviously the boss's romance, the workplace romance, kind of a forbidden romance, and man oh man is it spicy. It was really cute. It's also insanely short. It's like 240 pages. So I think you could read this even in like one sitting one night if you just want to sit by the Christmas tree and read a book cover to cover. This one's great. Then I have Nick and Noelle's Christmas Playlist, and I don't own the physical copy of this one. I read it on my Kindle last year and it was so cute. This is obviously follows Nick and Noelle, and I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, Nick is a soldier whose girlfriend cheated on him while he was away. Did I just totally make that up? I think that is it. If I'm wrong, that's so embarrassing because I pulled that out of nowhere. Anyways, what I do know for sure is that this is a friends to lovers romance. Nick and Noelle have been friends for a very long time, and they continue to be friends, and she's like supporting him through his breakup, and they work together at a Christmas tree farm. So like the setting, the vibes of the setting is just, it's immaculate. Also, like they have this Christmas playlist. It's a huge part of the plot, and it's just super cute. Again, it's like nothing overly memorable, nothing overly meaningful, but like the Christmas vibes in this book in particular were incredible. It was exactly what I needed for the holiday spirit. Then one of my favorite Christmas books of all time, I also don't own the physical copy of, but I wish I did. It is In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. This is a second chance childhood friends to lovers romance that takes place at a snowy Utah cabin. It is so good. So our two main characters in this one have grown up going to this cabin in Utah. Both their families would go to this cabin together around the holiday time, and they are brought back together when their families decide to return to the cabin as adults. and they have a long past, a long history. I'm trying really hard to not give anything away when I describe this book, but it is just like the epitome of second chance childhood friends to lovers, plus at a snowy Utah cabin at Christmas time. Can you name any better vibes? You can't. You can't. They don't exist. It was really, really cute. I actually rated this like 4 stars, I think, which is insanely high for a Christmas book, and I loved it. I would highly recommend reading this. Then I have The Holiday Swap, and this was a really fun one. This is basically a Hallmark movie in book form. We have 2 twin sisters. One is, I believe, in Hollywood. She's like very much in the TV scene. She's in LA, and she's getting ready to launch her baking reality TV show. So she's like very much in the spotlight. And then we have the other twin sister who is still in their hometown running their family's bakery. However, the twin sister that is ready to start the reality TV show ends up getting hit on the head and losing her ability to taste and smell, I believe. So the sisters agree to switch places because obviously that's important if you're hosting a baking TV show. So they swap places, and being twin sisters, like, they can get away with it, which feels kind of unrealistic to me, but we're not reading this to be realistic, let's be real. But the vibes were just so much fun. Like, tell me it's not a Hallmark movie in book form. I'm pretty sure there is a Hallmark movie with Candace Cameron that is exactly this. It was really, really cute. I had a great time reading this. I would highly recommend reading this. It was just so much fun. That's really the best word to describe it. Then I have a popular one, and that is Love Light Farms. This is part of a 4-book series, I believe. I think there's a book for all 4 seasons. This one was, I would say, more emotional. It read more like a standard contemporary romance and a little less on the cheese factor. So this follows Stella and Luca, and Stella's family owns a Christmas tree farm, and the farm is kind of going under. And Luca shows up, and basically, I'm doing such a bad job of explaining this. So Stella's family's Christmas tree farm that she's loved since she was a kid is kind of going under, and she has the opportunity to save it because a very popular influencer is coming to visit. And to boost the publicity for the Christmas tree farm, Luca, her best friend, agrees to fake date her. I think there's like a cash prize if there's something with the influencer, like if her tree farm wins. I think there's like a massive cash payout that would essentially save the Christmas tree farm. And I don't remember why she has to date her friend. Oh, to make the farm seem like a romantic destination for the holidays, she lied on her application and said she owns Love Light Farms with her boyfriend. Only there is no boyfriend. Okay, yes, yeah. It's ringing bells now. That's where Luca comes in and agrees to fake date her to boost the publicity for her tree farm. Another tree farm setting, another friends to lovers, another fake dating. It's so fun. It's a great read. I would highly recommend reading this. My last recommendation is not necessarily a specific Christmas book, but it does take place around Christmas and just the winter season. And that is The Wish by Nicholas Sparks. This is one of the most emotional romances that like really sticks out to me when I was first getting back into reading. I read this book and I stayed up. I vividly remember staying up until like 3 in the morning because I could not stop reading this. This has past and present timeline. It deals with very emotional, very sensitive topics. And although not necessarily like a Christmas book, it takes place around the Christmas season, and I read it, I believe, around the Christmas season, and I'm really glad that I did. It is a must read. I think you really have to read it. It's so good. All right, so those are my holiday book recommendations. Now we're gonna get into my holiday TBR. So first I have The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley, and yet again, not necessarily like a Christmas book, but it is a thriller that takes place over a New Year's reunion. So I think a bunch of friends come together in the Scottish wilderness, it says, around New Year's, and one by one, I think they start dying or going missing, and one of the friends is the reason for that, but no one knows who. Lucy Foley books are super hit or miss for me, so I've been putting this one off for a couple of years now, but I'm hoping to get to it kind of in like the gap after Christmas when you're super depressed before New Year's, you know what I'm talking about. I think this is kind of where that will fit in. Then I have Fool Me Twice at Christmas, and this is like super cheesy looking and very short. It is under 200 pages. So that's why I added it to my TBR. I was like, why not? I can read a book that is under 200 pages in nothing flat. So it sounds like this is Chuck and Kate, and I believe they are fake dating, and their parents are best friends and business partners. Oh my gosh. So they're fake dating for their families. No, hold on. Okay, they were real dating. He broke her heart. They go home for Christmas and try to tell their families, who are best friends and business partners, that they have split up, but end up telling them that they're engaged instead. You don't know why they would do that, but so it's a fake engagement, second chance romance, home for the holidays. Sounds pretty good. It's 200 pages. Even if it's terrible, I can suffer through that. Then I have another Jenny Bayliss book, and after reading The 12 Dates of Christmas last year, I put 2 books by her on my holiday TBR for this year. And this is A December to Remember, and I think this is more women's or literary fiction and less of a holiday romance, which is fun. It says 3 bickering half-sisters, 1 unique antique shop, the coziest holiday season of their lives. So 3 estranged half-sisters are brought back together when it sounds like their father passes away, and their inheritance is the antique shop. I am on a kick reading books about like sisterhood, friendship, womanhood. I'm very excited for this one. It's going to be nice to read a holiday book that's not specifically about romance. I'm very excited for this. I think it sounds great. And the other Jenny Bayliss book on my holiday TBR is a romance, and this is Meet Me Under the Mistletoe. And I don't know about this one either. A city bookshop owner heads to the English countryside for a holiday reunion only to face her childhood enemy. If this is a childhood enemies to lovers romance at Christmas time, yes, please. The reunion brings back fond memories, but also requires Nori to dodge an ill-advised former fling. Oh yeah, I'm here for it. This sounds fun. I'm very excited. Then another book that I believe is not necessarily just romance, I have The Christmas Orphans Club, and I've heard really great things about this. It says, a beautiful story of friendship with laugh-out-loud dialogue and characters you can't stop thinking about. So we have Hannah and Finn, who have spent Christmas together since college, and it sounds like Hannah's parents have passed away and Finn's parents disowned him when he came out. Oh my gosh, and they're having their last Christmas together because Finn is moving to Los Angeles. It says, does growing up mean growing apart? So this is another Christmas book about friendship and like growing through different life phases with friendship. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I want to read this now. Then I have The Book Club Hotel, and this is just like a beautiful cover that I'm really excited about. And it says, for fans of Taylor Jenkins Reid, which that is me. I am fans of Taylor Jenkins Reid. Another book about female friendship. This is a girlfriend's book club holiday retreat with 3 friends, Erica, Claudia, and Anna. It says their shared love of books have carried them through life's up and downs. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Forget the romance. Just kidding. Don't ever forget the romance, but I'm very excited about this. Wow. Great day. All right, and then I have A Winter Wish, which I think is a new release this year, and I'm very excited for this. This follows Lexi and Theo. So Lexi's dad passes away, and she has a lot of mixed feelings because it sounds like they had a really estranged relationship, but she is brought back home for like to honor him and everything, and also because half of his business has been left to Lexi. However, the other half has been left to a handsome yet grumpy, it says, Theo, and so now they are forced to work together. They each own half of her father's company, so it sounds like probably a rival slash enemies to lovers workplace romance around the Christmas time, and sounds like another Hallmark movie in a book, and I'm here for it. I love that I'm just like learning what these books are about as I'm talking to you. I could have like done my research, I guess, but no. The last book on my holiday TBR is A Very Merry Bromance, and this is part of the Bromance Book Club series. I've only read the first one, but I think they can be read as standalones because I think this is book like 4 or 5 in the series. But essentially, the Bromance Book Club is a group of men that gets together and forms their own book club reading romance to better learn how to treat their partners. Which, like, what a concept. That should be a thing. I love that. And take that premise and put it at Christmas time. Yes, please. Like, I'm here for it. I'm all in. All right, so those were some of my top Christmas book recommendations and also my own holiday TBR. I will make an entire list on my Amazon storefront compiling all of the Christmas books that I can think of, that I know of, that I want to read, that I have read, to make it more simple for you if you're looking for them. But those are the top ones at the top of my mind that I wanted to share today. I'm excited for the festive season. I'm excited to read the festive books with you over the holiday season. I'm excited to chat about them, and I feel like December is going to be just a really fun reading month. So I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you are too. I hope you got some inspiration or some ideas. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what books you are most excited for the Christmas season. And I believe that is all I have for you today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for listening to me yap about some fun Christmas books. And I can't wait to hear what you guys are excited to read, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, book besties.